I was never the kind of Amiga gamer. I was more like Nintendo, you know. When I started, when I was 6 years old. Yeah, and this song is kind of an homage, you know, to gaming because I still love gaming. And I think actually I'm the only one in the band now that really is very passionate about gaming. It also gives me a lot of inspiration, you know. I think games is not just, you know, sitting down and wasting time. I think it's a meltpot, you know, of different kind of arts, you know, of artwork, of music, of story writing, all these things. And yeah, I really love it. And this is kind of an homage, you know, taking these 8-bit sounds and putting them in music.
Excited.
I am excited.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what side of the world you are in. I'm HalfLifeSistah, and this is my hubby Wolfgang.
It's everybody.
He's super excited. Welcome to my channel and to another episode of Sister and Wolfgang Action. We're back with another patron request, requested by Philip Coitz. Hi, Sunshine. Thank you for the love and support, baby.
Thank you.
He's so excited. What's good?
I don't know if Philip knew this when he requested this, but you know this is one of my top 10 favorite bands.
Equilibrium?
Yeah.
I recall this like way back when.
You've heard me say Equilibrium.
Yes.
You heard me throw out that name.
Okay.
And remember, for all my top 10 bands, you have heard their music in the car.
I'm sure I have. Okay.
But the one he chose actually is off their 4th album, I believe, which is the ones in my car. I do have albums 4 and 5 in my car as well. But it's the first 3 that I really, really love and I really play to death.
Okay. So I probably have not heard this.
You might remember this one. Remember I showed you something because I'm a chocolate and peanut butter guy. And I'm sorry guys, I'm going to be all over the place on this one because, again, I'll try to contain my excitement.
He was reading your message, Philip, and he's giddy and smiling ear to ear. I'm like,
listen. What can I do, okay? Well, anytime I'm going to be doing one of my favorite bands, I'm going to be super annoying, and I apologize.
Oh, baby, that's not annoying at all. I love it.
Good. So, listen.
You.
Remember I played a song for you, and I said, I love the chocolate and peanut butter. This band is like death metal, black metal mixed with new age soundtrack stuff. Yes, and remember I played this incredible song for you with this incredible beginning. It goes...
Wait.
Yeah.
What about it?
That's Equilibrium. Okay? So that's... So you remember that, right?
I do remember that.
How beautiful that beginning. That was like straight up new age Hans Zimmer shit and stuff. Yeah. So
this is what I'm in for today.
This is what you're in for.
Okay.
Now again, this is off of the later albums. They've had a lot of band change lineups. The main guy, you see they've got quite a few members now.
Yeah.
They've got one more than they usually have. So Renee here, looking like a cross between Dave Grohl and Rob McElhenney. You know, Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The guy with the black hair that works out?
The guy who got all jacked and stuff.
Okay.
He's like the sole member. He's basically the sole member of the band. He's the one constant in a constantly changing lineup.
Okay.
This being the current
So is this
lineup.
Considered his band?
Yes.
Oh.
You know, he's technically the soul of the band because if he leaves, then there are no original members anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because when I was setting the scene up, I was looking for, another picture other than that one, and I didn't even see the woman in some of the pictures.
No, the woman is brand new.
So she's new.
Yeah, her name is Scar, Scar is the other band member, and I'll get her name for you. She's now the keyboardist. So that's something they haven't had before.
I assumed she was a singer.
So there's a scenario similar to Yadi from Winter Sun, where you've got this main composer, genius guy who plays multiple instruments and the keyboards and the guitar and everything. The only difference between them is Renee doesn't sing, so he's always got other people singing, but he is doing a lot of the composition and the writing. So even though it's essentially almost every band member has changed other than Renee, the sound hasn't changed that dramatically.
Okay.
There are, you can tell differences
Same
though.
profile, just different.
you can tell differences in the albums. Overall, the sound and vision that Renee has is something that I agree with very much, which is if classical music, if new age music, if symphonic music is some of the best, most beautiful music ever made.
Right, I'm listening.
If metal is one of the best genres and most beautiful music ever made,
it is.
Then why not just marry them all into one beautiful?
Agree, and this is what I'm getting with Equilibrium.
That's what you're getting with Equilibrium,
baby.
You know, you're getting it with.
I'm excited.
It's why we love bands like Nightwish, right? Because you're mixing symphonic with metal. You're getting all these, genre mixing. So this is another one of those crossover bands. On top of that, you also have folk. You also have, so you got black metal, you got death metal, you got folk, you've got new age, you've got symphonic. It's all here.
Yes, I love it.
All right, so before I continue vomiting all over this band and how much I love them, let me read what Philip says. And again, thank you. Philip is our German patron. He's in our one of our higher tiers for faster responses and stuff, and we appreciate that support, especially in these trying times. This is really getting us through some hard times, and I hope you guys are enjoying these reactions. Based on what I see from your comment here, where you say, I feel I do not have to say much about the band because Wolf always does his homework, makes me think maybe you didn't know this was one of my favorite bands. So I think that's why I chuckled when I was reading it.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
In his comments, he points out that it is in fact a different singer from the earlier work, but you say you chose it because apparently it still gave you the nostalgia feeling of the old singer. And you mentioned that it is death metal-y, which it is.
I got excited when I read that.
And very happy songs with very positive vibes. So this is something interesting I'd like to point out, because I have lied to you all, liar, ladies and gentlemen, and I realize
Did you lie to me also?
I've lied to you as well.
What'd you say?
I said I don't like happy music. I said I don't like positive music.
Yeah.
I must say, Equilibrium, in its totality, is a very happy band.
So I guess when you said that, you just didn't think of them. You just didn't get that band.
Well, the thing is, it's still black metal and it's still folk.
It's black
and it's
metal
heavy.
that's happy?
But here's the thing. What? Folk metal in general is kind of generally upbeat.
Yeah, you got the little,
so I guess I am a horrendous hypocrite.
I think it depends on the type of happy. It can't be too over the top happy.
Well,
just
yes, there are
the
some Equilibrium songs that go too far.
Okay.
And I still love them and I still listen to them.
Because you know what, you have favorite.
But no, the thing is, they've got some where it's just like straight classic, like when I was a kid in Czechoslovakia, folk of. And it's hilarious, and I enjoy it for that level. But even songs that that aren't my favorite from Equilibrium, they always put something in there that just hooks me. It just hooks me. And this is actually one of the songs that does that.
Okay.
This song is actually one of the ones I would consider to be almost too happy.
Okay.
But then there's a moment that just
how about you let me hear this for myself.
And one thing I like about this came off, I'm pretty sure, the second album. I should really do my research, but I feel like I'm familiar enough with them to speak on this. I'm talking off my head, but I could also be talking out my ass. So he does point out also that it's obviously they sing in the German language.
Ooh.
And I believe their newer stuff, I don't have their most newest album, and I believe they do English. They started singing in English a little bit. But he said not for any particular reason other than, you know how certain songs rhyme better in different languages?
It's definitely different in German.
But so they're singing in German for the most part, and guys, I love that. Half of my favorite bands don't speak English.
That is true.
Unless the song really has a really deep meaning or something, I really don't care much about lyrics, to be perfectly honest.
I don't either.
What I care about is how the song makes me feel.
Yes, baby, exactly. Ooh.
So when I listen to folk and stuff, none of that stuff is in English, and I love it because of the way it makes me feel, and I still feel connected to it, despite it not being in my language, or a language I can understand, rather. I was going to say native language, but technically I guess that's not my native language. But okay, I'm going to stop talking out of my ass for a second, and I'm going to actually pull up Wikipedia and make sure I'm saying these names right.
Philip believes in you. Do the research.
I'm sorry, Philip. So Helg, the original singer, he's obviously gone. Replacing Helg is Robert. He's doing the cleans and the uncleans. Unclean! Renee, of course, he's the guitarist. He does keyboards and all that stuff. That's in the production phase. So on stage, he's the one playing the guitar. Adi's on drums.
If you search for Equilibrium at Wikipedia, they say that we are a German band. But that's not totally correct, because since 2010, we are a German-Israeli band, and since 2019, we even are a German-Israeli-Norwegian band. Of course it doesn't matter at all, because at the end we all come from the same planet.
Dom Cray is on rhythm and lead as well. These are all people that they've added recently, 2014 and above. And the newest members, we're talking about literally last year, they added Skadi, S-K-A-D-I. She's on keyboards. She's the
cool.
female.
She's really
2019.
new.
That's why you didn't see any pictures of her before. The thing is, she's been with the band. She's just not been a member.
Now
she
she's
was
fixed.
She actually does their graphic artist. She does their artwork and stuff. And it just so happens she plays keyboards. And then the last guy I was trying to remember was Scar. That's he's on bass and he's doing clean vocals as well. So I'm interested to see what they sound like. So again, this is 2019, so I'm not even sure what they bring to the table yet.
That's okay.
But hopefully they solidify this lineup and Renee can really mesh with these guys and gal and make some more beautiful stuff, because I love what they're doing.
Yeah.
I love what they're doing. I love the concept. I love everything. It's one of my favorites for sure. The energy that it gives me is top notch. Very few bands can do that.
Well, I hope this song lives up to all the crap he was saying. Okay. You're not gonna do no air guitar. It's so cool.
Get self-conscious. hit me down there, baby. Go ahead. expel energy on this one.
Wow.
See, positive, right? Uplifting. Feels good. Energetic. Why am I talking? You describe it. I already know what this sounds like.
No, that's totally, you're right. It definitely feels happy, but I have lipstick on my teeth. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Yes. It was very energetic.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Yeah.
And oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is a symphonic band.
They done something similar to what Nightwish does on the regular, which is they create acoustic versions or, instrumental versions of their songs. But they've done one further. They've done actual acoustic versions of their songs. So imagine this level of metallic energy, but in an acoustic version, and I swear to God, it makes you flip your lid. Some of the most unique and beautiful songs I've ever heard, where they do have an actual, more of a symphonic sound. Did you notice what I was talking about with this song? There gets a point in this song where it's a little too happy for my taste. The part, particularly with the chorus, da 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 da, like that's almost a little too happy for me.
To you, okay.
But then they hit you with the.
Oh man, that was so good.
And that
what a
flips
switch.
my lid.
What a great switch.
And it is
like really.
It sounds so good.
It does.
That I'm willing to I'm willing to forgive that to get to that, and quite frankly that makes everything, the balance of it and the contrast makes it better, so I certainly understand why it's there. And they do that so many times on so many different tracks. The only conclusion you could make is that the dude is talented. That's the only conclusion. And I do agree though, the voice does go a little retro here to the original singer a little bit, I will admit. So before we go, and it's a shorter version of this same song, I just want you to hear what it would sound like if they included the symphony in the song. And again, I've never researched if Renee just perhaps prefers this sound or likes to do it this way, or if it's a money issue with not having a full symphony or whatnot. To be able to do all of this stuff acoustically as well is an amazing feat, and it sounds so good. And one day I hope we can explore that. I think that's off their second album that I'm speaking of with the acoustic versions.
Before we do that, let me fix my lipstick.
Yeah, let's go. Let's take a little break and then we'll come back.
It's not cute.
right?
Okay, all right. I'm a little confused.
Yeah. It's dramatic.
For me, the acoustic version is more voluminous, and it's more. It has everything.
Don't be so sure. Don't be so sure.
I don't know
because when you heard the first one, the energy was much more intense.
You're telling me what I felt?
Unearthly.
That's weird. You're literally telling me what
When it comes to my favorite bands, I will tell you what you
like. I'm trying to literally articulate, but okay. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about not hearing him sing. I don't know. I don't know. This song was beautiful. It felt for me much more voluminous. For me, we're different people, right?
You can have your opinion, of course. I'm talking about what just impresses me in the sense that that song right there is so unmistakable. That sound, that moment, that's not easy to do, to create such a memorable song like that. Whereas dun, dun, and just gives you that visceral feeling that whether it's in a metal song or an acoustic song, you immediately know you're listening to that Equilibrium song.
Gotcha.
You know, it's a definitive riff, which is very hard to do in black metal and death metal because there's so much sameness.
To me though, black metal.
So the vocals, the tremolo, what you feel, it's a crossover band. It's not you can't put this in a specific genre because
Gotcha.
they are too open and loose with the things they like to do, because Rene loves all of it. So he wants to bring when he put this together, this was his goal, because he's played with Varg, he's done real true black metal and things like that, and he wanted to do something that if I was doing a band, this is what I would have done. I would have, because I love new age, I love symphonic, I love epic music, and I love black metal, that I would have, had I done something, it would have been like this, because this to me brings all of that together so beautifully. And
it was fun. I enjoyed this a lot.
I'm gonna try mixing the tracks and see what happens at the end of this. If you guys want to stick around for the credits, I'm just gonna experiment a little bit. I want to see what it sounds like putting some of the acoustic version of this over the electrical version and see if I get any of that different fullness and
So you're
sound.
telling me that this version, the acoustic version, was not as voluminous and forward as the other one?
No.
Why did it feel like
No, I'm saying it was. It absolutely was epic.
Oh, I thought you were saying that. Okay, well, no, of course it was epic.
I'm not sure if you're saying if one is better than the other, or if...
well, no, but I enjoyed this a lot. I don't know. I think just hearing the instruments and for me, just hearing the instruments, I was able to. It took me someplace, that the first one didn't take me. I guess because there wasn't no singing in it. I don't know.
The acoustic versions knocked my socks off.
Gotcha.
100%.
Gotcha.
This acoustic version knocks my socks off.
Really, really awesome.
But it's not a replacement for me for the original, because I also love that black metal element. I do love that singing he does,
Yes,
and
of course.
I do love, it's more of a complete song, where this is more like just a teaser, like a taste, but it's in and out before you even know it. So this is a very condensed version of the other thing. It's a nice lovely bonus. And I love the fact that they do that with so many of their songs.
Wow. Good stuff. Thank you. This is fun.
All right.
I was really excited about it too, so I'm glad that it didn't disappoint.
Thank you, Phil, for letting me do one of my favorite bands.
Yes.
That's always fun and easy.
Indy, are you done talking, baby?
Yeah.
You good? Well, I am too.
I'm sorry. I feel like I talked over you too much. If there's anything you want to say it, because... Again, when I'm doing it, you're gonna have this problem with me anytime I do, my top 10 bands. It's hard for me not to
talk over me and give me my own opinion.
No, I'm very critical. I see how people,
I see that. It's like
when I'm critical to other people's bands and stuff. Mm-hmm. I see it now. I'm very sensitive to everything you have to say.
Apparently. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Let me just end this right now.
I see where you guys are coming from. Okay. All right.
Okay, so you do really see it. I just realized what you said. You really get it now.
I won't take your comments so personally next time when I see them.
If you guys enjoyed this reaction video, I hope you did. And if you did, please give us a thumbs up. Comment below. Do not leave without subscribing. But also do share our content as well.
And as always, guys.
As always. Keep it metal. Metal forever, baby. Love you guys.
What else you got to do?
Thank you again for me. Bye.
Bye.
There is a sense of emptiness within my mind. I feel it constantly. It lurks behind. Forever it's there to dwell within. I fear myself as it takes what I've been. The pillars of my existence are at reach. Unconditional acceptance awaits my fall. I have my pride, my inner voice screeches. Testing my limits, I must stand tall. Nothing lasts forever, our lives being drained each passing day. When they fade and gone, I'm struck down. I have no one to trust. I had nothing to gain.
I've spent a lot of years, almost my whole life, with trying to be a better person. Now I know some of them were wasted. I always tried to make my dreams come true. I wanted them to become reality, but in the end, I do not know how I could run around so blindly. I've missed a lot of chances. Sometimes I've disappointed people I love the most, and the people who really love me, and now I just can hope they can forgive me. But with chasing my big dreams, I did not just find out who are the right persons. Some dreams are just an illusion, so it's important to stay the way you are and take care of your loved ones. Nothing is real more significant than family and real friends.
For as long as I can remember, I have followed my dreams with conviction. My journey, however, has demanded sacrifices. Sacrifices that has not only affected myself, but also the people who are closest to me. I have traveled many miles, yet my goal is still just a flicker of light in the distance. And as I walk this dusty road, there is a dark shadow chasing me, laughing menacingly from the corners of my mind, patiently waiting for me to fall. He is my greatest enemy, myself.
I used to spend most of the time of my life in comfort zones. Nevertheless, fears were still my steady companion. Through the years, I observed how my life was passing by, and I was by far not using my full potential. Step by step, I started to face my fears, and I appreciated changes in my life. I believe a lot of people are unhappy with their lives because they are afraid to initiate changes or let changes happen. And I believe that if you truly realize that nothing stays forever the same, and if you go with the flow of your life, you will be a happier person.
I was a very anxious, unhappy person. I suffered from bad panic attacks and I had a head full of mess and worries. Last year I somehow lost every sense in my life. There was nothing left worth living for and I had a huge mental breakdown. I forgot how to dream and closed up my heart. When you finally realize that there are actually no limitations and everything is connected and you open up your heart to this life, you will start to see a beautiful world full of possibilities only, and the world becomes a huge playground. That was the purest feeling I've ever felt. Never ever close up your hearts and never lose trust in universe synergy. Everything in life happens for a reason, and you are not alone. There are people who feel the same things you do. Trust me.
I have wondered about the real sense of everything numerous times. Everything I do and the meaning of what I do. Everything I might not do and its aftermath. I'm not religious at all, and my thoughts are not about being itself. In my opinion, humans are just another species among 8.7 million forms of existence. The difference, however, is that we have the gift or burden to do what I have done numerous times, questioning myself, reflecting upon myself. But searching for a deeper sense in everything 24/7 prevents us from being our true selves. It prevented me from accepting and embracing the joy I am now allowed to receive.